Hello, Joy as a critical Missourian, where I talk about everyday issues and issues about Missouri and beyond. And in this video, I want to address a common misconception I keep hearing a lot among the average blue-collar community, which is the fact that there's a claim that immigrants are stealing the good jobs in this country, and and I think that is very wrong. So, let me start off with this commentary. If you believe that a politician is telling you that all the good jobs in America are going out the door because the immigrants are coming in and stealing your jobs, that is a big pack of lies told by a politician just so they can get votes. That's a politician. It's only there because they're self-serving hide. They'll do anything to get themselves in the office, even if it means lying, cheating, doing anything else, buying an office, even buying the office if they could get away with it. I mean, that's just how politics is. You gotta be careful believing anything that if that's what you believe, then that's wrong. Otherwise, to sit here and believe that, at any which rate, to sit there and believe that immigrants are stealing jobs in this country is a very narrow-minded, very uneducated view of the world right now. I mean, let's take it down to the to the bare truth. So the truth is, most of these jobs that immigrants are supposedly stealing are the ones that we Americans refuse to touch, or just think that they're below us. So I heard. I mean, most of the time, and this goes for illegal immigrants, most of the time they take jobs like jobs there in the service industry or in the farming industry. I mean, those jobs that just don't pay that well. That's because, unfortunately, with the farming industry, like illegal immigrants that are serving your vegetables, basically tending to them, picking them, they do the back-breaking work for almost low wages because they know they don't have an option. If they try to complain, I mean, many of these immigrants, unfortunately, are exploited, and because they know they can't complain to anybody, because as soon as they try to make a complaint or anything, they get deported, and they know they don't have that option to say anything. So, and with legal immigrants, only the top tier jobs or the really low class jobs are the ones that we tend to see more immigrants at, like those, like I said, at the low class, you got the service-based industry, like housekeeping-based jobs, janitorial, farm work, doing a lot of menial jobs. Like I said, a lot of those, like I said, many of them are just like backbreaking, tiring work that really you're lucky to get a decent living out of, especially here in this country. Then there's the other end of the spectrum, the one of the legal migrants that come in. They serve like your doctors, your business types, the white collar jobs. They serve a lot of those areas too. A lot of these upper end jobs are usually are already well trained, requires a lot of skills, and those are the jobs that are high demand, but we and Americans are failing to fill that gap. So a lot of these companies are forced to look for migrant workers to come in and fill those positions, because there's just not enough people going into that field to fill the gap. That's where going to college is good, but like in my previous video, you got to be careful which of these fields you want to go into, because a lot of them are crap, where they lock you into years of financial servitude for next to nothing. So that's why I'm saying a lot of these migrants are either serving those two classes, the really low end, where the unskilled class, and the upper end, or the highly skilled class. So so that's something to take in mind. So anyone here that wants to advocate for eliminating immigration in this country, take a good, long, hard look at the UK. Their politicians lied to them about the immigration problem over there, and how the immigrants are doing damage to their country. Well, they left the European Union, immigration stopped. Guess what? Now the average Brit is worse off without the immigrants. And you in America wants to sit there and make that wild claim that immigration is doing damage to this country, but yet you're not looking at the example that the UK has found when they got rid of, when they stopped immigration altogether. So now cost of living over there is skyrocketing. The economy over there is tanking, and I'm just not saying it's all because immigration is the factor that's causing problems over there in the UK. Them leaving the European Union was a bad mistake, but it just sets an example. When you pay attention too much to your politicians without looking at all the factors of what damage that they can cause by that decision, I mean, we're only looking at the short-term gains without looking at the long-term damage that causes. So it's not, we need to stop thinking about things like that. We need to stop thinking about the short-term gains and stop thinking like that our jobs are disappearing because of immigrants. Like I said in one video, a good majority of our good paying jobs are disappearing because the wealthy people are too cheap. There's your answer. They're too cheap. They don't want to pay a good working salary. They want to send the jobs overseas to people that will work for half the amount that you do, just so they can make a bigger paycheck for themselves. There's your truth. Stop paying attention to your politicians, because they're just lying through their teeth, just to self-serve their own hides. So I'm very annoyed by this constant commentary that I keep hearing of how immigrants are doing so much damage to this country without looking at the full picture of what they're really doing and how they're actually benefiting us, like I said, they take on the jobs that we won't take because they don't pay enough for the labor that you're doing. Who wants to break their back for pennies on the dollar? I mean, eventually you'll be wanting to get paid like many times more for your services. I mean, who wants to pay? I know most Americans would want at least $20 plus an hour to kill their to break their backs day in and day out, and get and just for the, I mean, and then they want good health care. Health insurance is another perk that most Americans would want. Not a minimum wage job that may be only part-time and you're barely putting food on the table. No. And that's what I'm saying. So, in summary, and I hope I made this explicitly clear, stop being narrow-minded. Stop with this uneducated bullcrap, and stop being gullible and listening to politicians. And take that really sour, bitter pill and swallow it good by looking what the UK is dealing with, because now their immigrants are no longer there to serve the low-class jobs, especially the trucking jobs that they have over there. I mean, like I said, cost of food and other basic services are skyrocketed because of that. So, yeah, take a good take a good look at what will happen to this country if we eliminate that. How much the cost of living will go out to the roof in this country. And please stop and think about how many of these white collar jobs that are being serviced by immigrants. I mean, you may not like the idea of your doctor may be an immigrant, but when there's not enough people going in that field to cover the need, there's no other options except for look outside the borders of this country until we start going into that field. I hope with this video I touch on a few things. I may touch a nerve, but I'm just tired of like I said, the very uneducated, narrow-minded commentaries that come out of people's mouths without stopping and thinking of the consequences of that. So I hope I see you in the next video.